Holy shit. I inhaled something. I think I gotta leave. Wow, okay. So you wanna get into your first pedal board, but you don't wanna break the bank. In this video, I'm gonna show you the cheapest way to make a giggable budget pedal board out of all mini pedals, and everything's available on Amazon Prime, so you can probably make it before I'm even done saying this sentence right here. Period. Back in my day, there were like 3 options for pedals. You had Boss pedals, Marshall had a couple pedals, and DOD had pedals. Not so any longer. Stuff gets smaller and it gets cheaper, and that opens the doors for a lot of youngsters or people new to guitar, just curious about different effects, lets you try them out on the cheap. Now, everyone can make a pedal, and pretty much everyone does. Today we have 5 mini pedals from a company called AZOR. It's a real company, and there are human beings working at this company. All these pedals run for $22.99 on Amazon or their proprietary website, which is definitely not written by AI and definitely not programmed with English as its second language. But hey, we love these pedals. They actually sound good. They seem sturdy. I was throwing them at people and it hurt. We're gonna use these pedals to show you how to set up a giggable board that actually sounds good for right around $200. And that's pretty sick because, hell, you could spend way more than $200 on one pedal, but this is just our first one. We're exploring, we're finding out about making different tones, all that sort of stuff. So why don't we dive right in? All right, my first ever AZOR unboxing. Christmas came early for this little Jew boy. Minke frigate. I think that means fragile. All right, cool, great. Yeah, looks like a pedal. It's got a little weight to it, which is nice. You know what actually is cool about these that is genuinely helpful? They give you Velcro that is the exact shape of the pedal. So no matter what type of pedal board you use, you're fully covered. I actually think that's a really good idea, and it would be nice of other pedal companies to do that. So this Fuzz on their website, they say it's known for its violin-like tone. It sounds just like a violin. Dude, this is a pretty crazy setup. For how cheap this shit is, this amp was like, oh, fucking like $100 or something. The guitar was $6 million, so, I mean, don't get it twisted. The AZOR Compressor. They may have missed a trick by not like color coding these based on the famous models of the day. Upon first glance, a color like this would make me think this is a phaser. It's in fact a compressor, but who really cares what it looks like? We just care what it sounds like. Yeah, it really actually is working. You probably can't hear that through the computer at all, but I mean, I've never used a compressor. Personally, I don't really care about this type of effect. Anyway, we're moving on. Okay, on to the big boys, the AZOR Distortion. Yeah, similar heft as always, and you might think, wow, he's really commenting on the heft of these tiny pedals, but man, you could work out with these bad boys. For their size, they're dense. Somebody loaded these up. It's like a loaded baked potato. Okay, yeah, sounds like Ozzy. Here's tight. Dude, I like the tight one. That sounds good. Okay, and then here's classic. Okay, kind of sounds the same, but tight was the best. That's like really nifty. 22 bucks, this is a stocking stuffer, dude. If you got this in a stocking as a guitar player, you'd be like, no way, I would use this. We got the AZOR PHAZOR. Again, you know, they're missing some tricks because it's called the AZOR Fuzz, and they could have called it the AZOR PHAZOR. Nobody's paying me any money to come up with these ideas. They're just like literally dribbling out of me. Anyway, we got speed, width, and feedback. Kind of an odd choice to have feedback as the big knob here other than the speed, but whatever, let's see what it sounds like. What the f***? Let's see if we can get a slow phase out of this. I'm a little worried here. Am I allowed to say it sucks? Yeah, the Phazor is kind of giving me a little bit of a, like a univibe kind of flavor. Okay, so it's interesting how all these knobs are interacting with each other. The Phazor is, speaks in a language I have yet to translate, but I am interested. There we go, okay. Yeah, all right, it is definitely psychedelic. Bono put it best, she moves in mysterious ways. But it sounds cool, you know? $22.95, only God can judge. Okay, last but not least, we got the Clean Boost. Maybe not the most exciting pedal for everybody, but it is an important pedal. And this is a cool Clean Boost because we have gain, level, tone, and bass. So if you're using this Clean Boost to just drive your amp a little harder, drive the preamp of your amp, that is cool. This is something you could use as like an always on type of boost, or it's something that you could use to boost your volume and your EQ when you're doing a guitar solo. Yeah, that sounds really good. It's just like giving more juice to the amp. I'm totally down with that. For $22.95, count me in. So one other pedal that I need to recommend that I don't have on my person is a tuner, of course. And keeping in line with the price of these other ones, I would recommend the Monoprice because this stuff is so affordable and it actually works, you know? So anyway, and the crazy thing about this is it has a bypass output, which means if you eventually want to upgrade your pedal board to use a volume pedal and have your tuner always on, and where you push down on the heel of your volume pedal to mute rather than using the tuner to mute, you can actually do that with this $23 tuner pedal, and that's sick. Let's go on to the boards. So doing some research here, I like this AKLOT, A-K-L-O-T. I have no idea what that is, but this is a board that comes with your pedal board, your carrying case, and your power supply and your little power cables all in one, and it's $52.49. You have space for 9 pedals, and then it's just one 18-volt in, and you have a couple for 12-volt pedals, so if you get some other pedals that take higher voltages, and they're all 200 milliamps out. So if you have some pedals that draw higher currents, that's cool. Obviously, if you have like Strymon pedals or something that needs like 500 currents, you'll have to address that later, but we're talking about our very first pedal board, and we're talking about pedals that cost literally $22.95. So I'm gonna assume you don't have those kind of power needs, in which case, this is awesome. It's like 50 something bucks, no big deal. If you wanted to go separate for whatever reason, you didn't want these connected, but this is like so easy, you should just do this. You could get a pedal board like, you could get this Ghostfire pedal board here for $35.99, and you could do a one spot type deal, generic one spot, which is a 9-volt power supply and a daisy chain. And then we're gonna need some patch cables. Sorry, we're gonna need some patch cables. We're gonna need some patch cables to plug our pedals together. I recommend these world's best cables. Probably a misnomer. I don't think that these are actually the best cables in the world, but they do totally work. I have never had them die on me, which is cool because they're really cheap and you buy them off Amazon. They're made with Mogami wire and they're pancake style connectors, so you can put your pedals really close together. You can find cheaper cables, but they will die. They will go out. So I'm saying like spend a tiny bit more money on these and they'll last you longer. I actually use these for my mini pedal boards, for stuff like that. I've used these a lot because they really work, they're cool. Typically we'll have our tuner first in the chain, and then we would go with dynamic or pitch shifting stuff. So for what we have here, it's just a compressor. And then typically we do our overdrive distortion stuff from heaviest to lightest. So that would go like fuzz, then distortion. And then we'll do our modulation, and then we'll do our clean boost. You can put clean boost a couple different places, but I like it last because then it boosts everything. Cool, and let's get our power in. Ta-da! So how did we do today? Do we need to spend a lot of money to have a functioning pedal board? I actually think no. There are times when like you want to spend on some stuff, and certainly I love wasting money more than anything. But you don't have to like break the bank just to get functional, usable music gear. I could put these on a board and go play, and if somebody spilled drinks on these, and if anything broke, I would not feel sad about it at all. And I think that's the beauty of this kind of board. If something breaks and you need another one, you can get it literally the next day, which I really like. Personally, I really like the mini pedal form factor. I think that's really cool because you can fit more pedals on your board, and then also you don't have to like lug around this giant board. What surprised me about these pedals is that they actually sounded good. Something under $25 I expected to sound really bad, especially the distortion ones. Okay, the moment that you've all been waiting for, the final price breakdown for the budget board. So we have 5 AZOR pedals on their website. They're $22.99. We have one Monoprice tuner from Amazon, $22.99. The AKLOT guitar pedal board with power supply, Velcro, all that stuff, $52.49. And we have the world's best cables 6-pack, $31.30. $221.73. So like with tax, it's like 240 bucks. And if you own any piece of these already, obviously you can take that away. If you already have a distortion pedal, or if you already have a tuner, if you already have cables, power, whatever. So you're in under 250 bucks to build an entire board. To me, that's crazy. And they actually sound good. Let me know what kind of budget pedal boards you put together. If you have any budget pedals that really surprised you and sound a lot better than you think they should based on the price tag. Just a reminder that we're on Patreon doing actual teaching and real guitar work. So join us there, and make sure to join us on Discord. We have a lovely community of like-minded musicians. We want to see you in there. Peace out.